मणिपुर वॉयलेंस पर पार्लियामेंट में बवाल चल रहा है, थमने का नाम नहीं ले रहा है। मणिपुर से सांसद डॉक्टर लोरो एस फोज हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं। सो व्हाट यू थिंक सर, पार्लियामेंट इज गोइंग ऑन बट मणिपुर वॉयलेंस इज नॉट डिस्कसिंग इन पार्लियामेंट, सो व्हाट यू थिंक सर?
I don't know. It is a very confusing state. Yeah, we had actually thought that the government will be responsive, but unfortunately, government in parliament, a lot of turmoil. People, opposition particularly, they are demanding. Of course, they wanted to make it a political point, which is also unfortunate. But see, the fact is, it is women and people. It's about humanity, and which is why this is also being a matter of point even in my own personal constituency in Manipur. I belong to outer Manipur, so most of these tribals live in the outer Manipur, and my people are having a conflict and violence with the people who live in the valley. It is very unfortunate. Yeah, in spite of this having gone for over 80 days now, the government, as per the opposition demand, they wanted the government to voice out sufficiently enough to satisfy the appetite of the opposition also, which of course the government also has its own point. They are trying to do their best in trying to contain violence. The home minister, so also the minister of state for home, they have been in the state for 3 days and the other one for over 3 weeks, and I think that is quite a lot of things that they have done, a lot of concerns that they have shown. But unfortunately, because the violence has gone from people to people, and also as alleged, even from the police forces have been joining a particular group, and then the other part is alleging that the central forces are joining the other group. So it is unfortunate that this allegation and counter allegations are going on. I think there must be some element of truth to that, because otherwise, unless it is something that has been premeditated, it could have been subsided very easily. And now, of course, now the opposition is coming up, and a lot of members of the alliance partners with the NDA are also raising their concerns. I think also the BJP, the main parties, are also raising concerns. But somehow, at the political level, they must have a good reason for why this should go on. I really don't know.
Sir, what do you think? More than 2 months is over. If we talk about Manipur violence, after that one video is coming, it's goes viral, especially violence against women. What is the status right now in Manipur, sir?
See, even the women folks from all communities are also showing their anger. They are very angry. We have seen Meitei women. They have gone to destroy the house of some of those perpetrators, rapists. And I think this is a show of a good sense amongst the women folks. Yeah, there has to be unity. There has to be a sense of oneness. Women's modesty, women's privacy, women's dignity has been challenged. And the fact that parading women is just 2 women that we have seen, but it is as though parading the whole women community, because there are a lot of other innocent women who are also onlookers, and they, what shame and what hurt must have come to them also. Now, when this goes, the video goes viral, it has moved across the country and also beyond borders. And when it has gone into international forum, it is giving a very, very bad image to the nation of India. India is considered to be one of those largest democracies, and where a lot of people can voice their own concerns. But here we are seeing that the voice is not heard enough, and which is why we are very sorry. We are only hopeful that good sense would come, and in the next few days something drastic should happen. Those who are responsible should feel that they are morally responsible, and then step aside to let justice come forward. People need justice. People are looking for justice, and for justice, the trust and confidence of the people on the government, whoever it may be, is necessary. Now trust and confidence is being lost. Unless the government moves fast, I think it will go on to impact the future of the state and also of the country very, very much. So quick action is a must.
Sir, whole country is watching this, sir. Do you think it is the failure of central government, government agencies, and especially talking about the Manipur government?
See, I would not like to point my fingers on any government. Yes, government to some extent they have their responsibilities, but unfortunately the people have to also taken law and order into their own hands. So the whole point is the state machineries they must come out forcefully so that they will contain. You know, the law and order remains with the state. Law and order remains with the police force. If the police force are joining hands with another group, then that is the failure, which is why those whoever are involved in this, irresponsible things to allow things to happen on like this, I think they must morally feel responsible and must step aside for good sense, good governance to come in.
So, what is the major reason you think, sir, this happened? Because it has been long time and almost 80 days, you said, sir.
See, the major reason why it linger on is because of the support of the part of the government. That is what is being felt. But see, let me be very frank. The conflict between the two communities have emerged, and this is something that is very hurtful. It goes deep into the veins. Now, it is not only about this present day conflict that has really caused this to linger on. There has been a deep internal turmoil that has been going on, conflict going on between the people. And so when I say that the government must look into it with more sincerity is basically because they must dig into the matter, find out the real problem. What is the real problem, the things that are dividing these communities? See, unless the root cause is found out, unless the root cause is addressed, whatever imposition of 355 or even 356 or even change of government and things like that, those are going to be very superficial. We must dig into the real problem of the issue, and the problem must be solved at the thing. Otherwise, when there is problem, whatever we do is going to be temporary.
So 2020 and 2024 Lok Sabha election is very near. Do you think, sir, this is also a reason due to some political vendetta?
See, maybe some political parties must have thought that this will be to their political advantage. But I tell you, it is not going to be. The people are angry. People will get back to the government or to the party, whoever. And so, when we allow this to become a political issue, it is not good. And so it is good that we come back to humanity, address human issues, address women's issues, address the issues of people's concern. Once we do that, automatically the support will come. I think that is where we are failing.
Sir, last question. Today, opposition parties is going to protest in parliament outside Gandhi statue. And the group which you named India is going to protest. So, are you going to join?
No, I will not be part of that, but I share my sympathy, I share my anger with whoever. But however, this type of protest, is it going to be a solution? That is my question. Yeah, we must all come into the house to participate and to debate over the issue. I'm sure the government will give its way. They must come in and debate and find out what is the real issue. So only then we'll be able to come to a true solution. This protest alone will not help.
Do you think, sir, government will ready to discuss in parliament in this monsoon session?
See, as leaders of the House, they have already assured the House that they are going to take up the issue, they are going to discuss. What is the reason why the opposition should continue to resist? When they are creating problem within the floor of the House, it becomes a problem. The government is willing, they are not willing to listen. That is also another issue. How sincere is the government is also another question. So it is, catch-22.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thanks for talking to us. कैमरामैन चंदन के साथ दिल्ली से हृदय यादव, न्यूज़ पॉइंट.